Alan White, good to see you, buddy. Welcome to the call. So we got a few minutes. We're going to give it about 1 or 2 more minutes. Feel free to let us know where you're tuning in from. Good to see all your smiling
how you doing
faces
tonight?
Hello, Dr. Kenneth Ferris. Good to see you tonight.
Yes, sir.
Is anybody else completely wonky with this time change? Like, I don't know if it's 6 in the morning. I don't know if it's 6 o'clock at night, 8 o'clock at night. Like, I am so confused.
I totally forgot to change the clocks back.
Yes,
right there
yes,
with
yes.
you, Deb. Right there with you. All right, Coach, we ready to go?
Dark.
All right, we're ready. Let's mute the lines and get it started.
All right. Well, good evening, good evening, good evening. So great to see everybody today. And I am just so excited for today. I don't even know what it is. All I know is it's dark out. But so good to see everybody. Excited for this call. And we have got a really, really special guest that I'm really excited about. But before we jump into that, I want to do a little bit of housekeeping here. So give me a second. I'm going to share my screen. And welcome to the Sunday night call. I'm still admitting people. So just a couple of announcements for you guys really, really quickly. And thank you so much for jumping on. Always good to see everybody's faces. I love when you turn your cameras on. I love when you smile at me. That makes it more fun. So thank you for your energy. It makes it just so much better for all of us on here. But exciting news. I don't know if you remember, but we were here on Halloween. And it was a little bit sad because I was announcing that we only had 5 days left of the enrollment promo and corporate extended it. So I love this. I love it so much in that people can get started with us. They pick a pack just like they always do, but they don't have to pay that enrollment fee of the $29.95 as long as they get at least 200 PV. And if they're smart and they get one of our level up packs or 250 PV or greater, then they also get a free box of Tahitian noni. So use that to your advantage. You're going to hear about a contest in a little bit here that this will definitely help you with. So just know that this has been extended. So excited about that. And then we have all kinds of specials. So in loyalty shopping, we have Power Boost. So it's at a huge discount. So go and check that out. Go get that ordered. If you like chocolate, if you haven't tried this yet, you need to. I like chocolate just a little bit. If you guys have seen any of my lives, I'm typically talking about food, and a lot of the food is chocolate that I'm talking about or excited about. Power Boost is amazing. It's chocolate. It's good for you. It's got BCAAs. It does all kinds of good things for our body, but my favorite part is it tastes good. So go get it. It's on sale right now. And then we have a variety of holiday promotions going on that these 3 are until supplies run out. So just know that it's supposed to run through the end of December, but if we run out, we run out. So the first is the Tamana lip treatment. Then we have Tahitian noni oatmeal soap. And then we've got some Prime back for the holidays. So Prime Ice, which if you guys ever have gotten sore muscles, it's phenomenal to put on sore muscles. And then Prime Sentry, which is a great defense for your immune system. So Dr. Ginger would probably be a better one to talk about those. I know she's done some videos on those, so you can search for that. But phenomenal, phenomenal essential oils. I love running them both in my house in diffusers, and they're really great to apply as well. So don't miss those savings. And then we have some corporate Zooms coming up this week. So we've got Shannon Rowland on Monday with New Age Live. Then on Tuesday, we have our quick question and answers. So if you're curious about quick, not quite sure, how this works or how that works, jump in every Tuesday at 11:30 Mountain Time. They are doing a Q&A session for all of us. So if you want to learn more, jump on that. And then speaking of Dr. Ginger, she is going to be on Wellness Wednesday this week talking about the probiotics. So excited for that as well. And then this coming weekend, so I guess next weekend, the 12th through the 14th, we have the Unite event. And Coach, I don't know if you had anything that you wanted to share on that one.
Yeah, I would. The Unite event, I've had a lot of questions asked about this event, and there's going to be a lot more than just recognition. It is actually a training. I know they've got a host of people that are going to be on, but so many of you probably know of Fraser Brooks. Fraser is going to be one that will be at this event, as well as a host of other people, as well as leaders from around the world, sharing tips, strategies, things that have made their business grow. So for a lot of you, you've been to maybe a GoPro event. I would say this is more like that. It's more a stage that will be set up to grow your business, as well as seeing recognition and things. But definitely something, I believe, what is it, Andrea, around $30? I think I paid for mine, or something like that. It's going to be well worth its money. So I would highly recommend to jump in that this coming up weekend.
Yes, absolutely. And it's easy to find. Go into your back office, click on shop, and search for Unite. You can find it, add it to your cart, go ahead and get it. Don't miss that. And then this is something that I'm super, super excited about. Coach Palmer, Coach Rowland, they have been working on getting this event put together for us. And now we can finally share some details. So I know Coach is going to share a little bit, but before he does, just take a screenshot, because pretty much everything you need to know about this event is on this screen. The link to register, how you can get your room, all of that is right here on this flyer. So Coach, I'm going to hand it to you, but take a
Andrea, I'll say this. First of all, thank you so much for all that you've done for this. And guys, this Destination Success event is one that this will be our third annual event that we've done in Destin, Florida. And one of the things I'll tell you is the location's outstanding, but what you're going to get on these 2 days, again, take a screenshot, because this is going to be designed to grow your 2022 business. Like the people that are going to be coming in from outside, there's going to be a strategic strategy over 2 days that is meant to bring your business and take it to the next level, to level up your business. And, we're going to have Ashley Paulson on, Andrea, in a couple of days, talking about last year coming to this event and what it meant to her and what it did to her business leading out of this event. But let me tell you, this one, I believe, is going to set the stage to be the best one we put on here. So here's the thing. There's going to be a lot of things for you. So registration is $89. The Eventbrite there, you can see where it's at, but there's limited seats. We're looking for, somewhere around 500 in attendance, but the seats are going to go fast. I know, Andrea, you were going to show, we've already got people registering right now. So it's kind of going to be one of those first come, first serve, as Andrea goes through these registrations, more has come in today. So I'm not saying this to try to pressure you. I'm saying this to, and just, I highly recommend going ahead and locking in your ticket for this event so that you're there, you're in the seat, you're growing with us. And then we're going to have, and as you can see, these people as we roll through, Dr. Crystal Vance already grabbing her ticket, Jane Bowden, Dave Vance, I can go on and on, Bev. But we're going to roll through these real quick. So congratulations, Melanie. And you're going to see these flyers coming up. I love your profile picture, Barb. Gloria, great job. Bill and Susan Salins, awesome job. Going ahead and locking your spot into this event. Cindy Landis, David Daughtry, Amy Mitchell. We just go on and on. And again, the reason I'm showing this to you, Travis Falk, great job, is because this is just some, but this event will sell out. We're going to sell out. And so the space is limited. Get your ticket and be at that event with us. And then on Thursday, we're going to put together a mastermind on Thursday. And I want everybody to understand this. We are putting a mastermind together, and we're going to spend a day together. And then we're going to have an evening where we eat together and we go out. We do something really special together for this mastermind on the Thursday before the Friday, Saturday event. And the last couple of masterminds we've done with Rank, we've decided to step it up. And what we're going to do, because we know the season we're in, and I'm talking to myself, we're going to all go gold. If you're coming to this event, gold gets you into the mastermind session on Thursday. What does that mean? From now until February the 4th, right? From now until February the 4th, go gold all over again. And if you're brand new, go gold, right? What does gold mean? Enroll 4 people from now until February the 4th, 4 people on a subscribe and save, 200 PV or above on their packs, okay? Locks your spot into this mastermind event. And it's going to be designed specifically around the doers, right? The people that are out doing. And that includes myself, right? I've got to lock my spot into this mastermind event. So going gold all over again gets you in. Now, here's the thing. Once you lock your spot, once you're in, RSVP to Andrea Rosser, okay? We need your name. We've got some things for you for that Thursday. So we want your name. We want you to RSVP to Andrea that you got your 4, that you went gold. And then we're coming into this event. It's going to be unbelievable, the things we'll have lined up for you for the mastermind. And we'll have people on that's attended the last 2 masterminds that we put on in Destin, Florida, and just what they have to say about being in attendance for the mastermind and what they took away from it and what it did for their business for the following year. So we take this really serious, this event right here, because to me, it's yesterday, if you were on the Robert Allen on Saturday, he said, entrepreneurs, people that are entrepreneur minded, they believe in the 5 M's. And if you're taking notes tonight, the 5 M's are: more meetings make more money. More meetings make more money. I believe leaders are made at events. I believe people take their business to the next level. Their income follows with the amount of, self-development they put in from being at events. So cannot wait for the Success Conference. Excited about that. Andrew, I'll turn it back to you because I know we got a super great guest lined up for tonight.
Well, thank you so much, Coach. I appreciate that, guys. I am so excited for this event. Lives have been changed at them. We've all seen it. So cannot wait to see all of you guys there. So with that, we are going to switch gears, and we have a very special guest jumping on with us tonight. So James, you should be able to unmute yourself if you wouldn't mind.
I'm right here. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Great. Thank you so much. And guys, if you don't know James yet, first of all, he and his beautiful wife just ranked up to chairperson. So they just had that qualification not too long ago. Congratulations on that. They've been phenomenally successful. But my favorite thing about them, so just if you want my opinion, or even if you don't, you're going to get it. My favorite thing about them is just how warm they are. You know, those people in your life where like you meet them at this event, they're getting all these accolades, but they still come talk to you. They still make eye contact. They still slow down. And they have done that consistently. I've met you guys quite a few times now, or at least a few times. Each time you've just been so sweet, so friendly, and I just love it. So thank you for being so welcoming. So grateful for that. And thank you for jumping on here with us tonight.
It's an excitement. It's an honor. I feel the exact same way about Coach Palmer, about you, Andrea. Like, it's just, you just feel like family. You feel like brothers and sisters to you guys, So I'm nervous being on today because I feel like I'm stepping with so much greatness here, and everyone that's listening, I'm so grateful.
Well, you're in good company then, because I get nervous every single time. So I love it. I love it. So perfect. Well, so I had the privilege of hearing your story a few weeks ago on the New Age Live. And I was hoping you would be willing just to share a little bit of that, as much as you want, with us tonight, just kind of how you found the industry and what it has done for your family.
Absolutely. Well, thanks so much. So me, I got started in network marketing when I was 19 years old, and super young. I was going to school at UC Berkeley. I was your typical college kid. So my parents, they're super traditional. We're Chinese by descent. So if you know anything about Chinese people or Asian descent, stereotypes, they're kind of funny because sometimes they're kind of true. And basically the stereotype is you can be anything you want to be in life as long as you're a doctor, lawyer, engineer. So I picked doctor. So guess what? I went to college at Berkeley. I was studying biology there. And business, talking to people was a complete opposite thing I could ever imagine. Because if you met me back then, I was the shyest person ever. I could not even talk to like a wall, like it was just, if you were a girl, like talking to Andrea right here, like I'd be shocked, I'd be blushing, it'd be crazy. But the industry found me because I was just looking for some experience. I realized I was good on the books, I was good in academics, but I lacked a lot of life knowledge. And I think one thing here is, especially if anyone wants to build the younger generation now, they're looking for mentors. They're looking for guidance. They're looking for life right now. Like they're so confused. And I had a lot of grades going on, but I didn't really have life down. So I was looking for a life mentor, and looked for love in the wrong places, joined a fraternity at first. That was not the right place for mentorship. But through that, one of my friends was in a network marketing company, brought me to a meeting. And long story short, I found a mentor and I got started at age 19 at first. So that's where it began.
Well, that's incredible. I wouldn't have been smart enough to get started at 19. So good work on that. If nothing else, that was a huge benefit. So congratulations on that. And so what has it done? So you got started at 19.
Yeah.
Here you are
Yep.
today. You're what, 22?
I wish. I know. 32 now. Yeah.
Okay, so
But
that's a significant amount of time in the industry. So what has it done for you guys? And Becky, I did make you a co-host. I didn't highlight you, so I don't know how to do that. That's like high tech here. But I know you said you probably weren't going to speak, but just know you are welcome to. So we would love to have you, but no pressure. I hate to put you on the spot like that. Sorry about that.
I think the biggest thing the industry did for me is I found her.
I love it.
She was my second recruit ever, actually, in my business, and she became my top leader. Yeah, absolutely. Recruit up is what they say, right? But I think the biggest thing it's done for me, number one, is the personal growth. And I love to ask the audience this. I'm very interactive. I love I want Zooms to feel like we're in a room together, and I feel like we're all family and everything. But if you feel like your experience in your business here, your association with these incredible leaders has helped you grow personally at all, maybe you're more confident, maybe you're more outgoing, maybe you just feel better about life, drop a 1 in the chat. Drop a 1 in the chat if you just feel better, more confident, more vibrant, more hopeful, more, like you're actually thinking about your dreams now and stuff like that. Like, I think that's the biggest thing, because the biggest thing that holds all of us back is self-image. And my self-image was so low of myself. I thought myself as shy, as unsuccessful, as not popular, as not confident, all these things. But that changed. And when that changes, then everything in your life actually starts to change. So that's the biggest thing. And then from there, just being able to have freedom. I don't know what traffic is anymore. I'm blessed to say that. After 2.5 years part-time in the business, I was able to make more than my full-time job. So I graduated from Berkeley. I went full-time in business. That's when actually RX, which came before New Age, got started. We've been involved since the beginning. So I know now it's just, the biggest thing I love about our industry is being able to do things when others can't do it, having that freedom. Going to lunch on a weekday in the afternoon when no one's there, so you can just have like quality time and you're not rushed, not having to go through an hour or two of traffic every single day because, well, now we work from home. So having that ability. And I think the biggest thing is just being able to do something every single day where you feel like you're in a place where when you get better, everything gets better. And as you pass it on to other people, it just has this compound effect that it's addicting. It's just, you can't get enough of what we do. You never get bored, do you? So it's been an absolute blessing in this entire experience.
So I got to jump in. Andrea, and ask James this. And because one of the things that I talk about a lot in the industry, James, and I see you've done this, you and Becky have done this, but for everybody on the Zoom, like, ask yourself, like I'm asking you, what does lifestyle mean to you? You know, James just mentioned, like no lines, lines at Costco, like maybe going out to eat at eating an early dinner at 4, you know, when no one's in the restaurant. Because I believe what our industry does is what income does. And I want you to touch on this. So I've got a place I'm going with you with it, James.
Yeah.
But to me, it's a triangle. This industry is a triangle. When you make income, it's going to create a lifestyle. Okay. So income really is what creates the lifestyle. And that is, okay, I can fire my boss. Maybe I choose not to go to work and do this full time, or you know, maybe now I've got someone that instead of my kids going to daycare, I'm now bringing someone into my home to keep my kids where I feel more secure. Like I get to travel more. Maybe we get to take some vacations we didn't get to take. Maybe Christmas looks a little different. Like income creates lifestyle. And when you have the lifestyle of time freedom, it opens the door for impact. And so, and it goes back up with you know, it's almost like the more impact you have, the more income you make. And the more income you make, the more lifestyle you get. And the more lifestyle you get, it frees up time to go make a bigger impact. And it's just this circulation of things. And it's hard to describe, because when a lot of times when people talk to me about, hey, Brent, what's your lifestyle? You know, I think they want me to go, well, you know, cars and all that, but it's all the little things that you just have to go around with me on a day-to-day basis. It is the power of what this industry can turn it into. It's the freedom. Becky says it's the freedom. So James, I wanted to ask you this, and Andrew, I hope I'm not stealing this question from you, but yesterday you made a comment when Bob was talking, or Robert Allen, a lot of you might refer to Robert Allen. When Robert Allen was talking, you said, you know, I met you years ago. And Robert, you said something to me, or you call him Bob. Bob, you said something to me that changed my life. That if you take this industry and get to, you know, work it, get it to $20,000 a month, and then diversify. I want you to talk a little bit about what he did, because there's people on here tonight, maybe like you say, maybe put a 2 in the comment. If this industry, you want to take this industry to the next level, you want to take New Age, this $500 million startup company that nobody knows our name, and you want to level, you want to go to the next level. As this company goes, you go with it, right? If that's you, put a 2 in the comments. And then zero in to what James has to say that he got from Robert Allen years ago that made such an impact. So I'm going to kind of open the floor to you on that.
I'm so glad you brought that up. It was my biggest confusion point, because assuming you know what you want, right, which is the number one question that Bob asked us yesterday, what do you want? Then you need the vehicle or the vehicles. And I remember for me, like the problem of us being in America, many of us we're in North America, we have too many options, to be honest, right? Like we're too comfortable. because we can get a job. We're not starving, right? Like, and even if we are starving, the government takes care of us pretty well too, right? So we have so many different ways to achieve the goals that we have. But the issue is that we get lost and we get distracted. So at the time, what was happening is I was thinking, okay, why don't I just be a doctor? Or why don't I just go into real estate? Because that's what multiple streams of income is, right? And I can do this network marketing thing. And I can do blah, 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 blah. And I see so many people get so split with their time in so many different things. They're that cliche of they're jack of all trades, but a master of none. So I went up to Bob one day. I was at their international convention, and I just went straight up. I'm just like, Bob, so what would you recommend? Because you're the multiple streams of income guy. Why would people do network marketing? Why don't I just do real estate like you, right? And of course, he loves network marketing for what it did. And he gave me a strategy. And he said, yes, get multiple streams of income. However, focus on one first. And specifically, he said network marketing. Focus on your network marketing business first, 1,000%. Get it to 20,000 a month. He gave me a specific number, Coach Palmer, like it was 20,000 a month. And the reason why that's good is, and this is from his teachings, that you build a money tree, right? You build a money tree. And a money tree is something that gives you that residual income. That if you take the 20,000 a month in your new age business, much of it is passive and residual. You can take that later. You're making enough for your bills. You're making enough for your lifestyle. And you can afford to make mistakes, you know? But I think the issue is, and that helped me focus in, because I was the type of person, I don't know if you were like this, Coach Ron, I feel like you're a pretty focused guy. I don't like closing doors on things. I don't like saying no. So I wanted to have my foot in everything. And I thought it was kind of like a hedge against my bet, you know, it's that whole thing of diversification, right? Put your eggs in all baskets. But in all honesty, anyone that's massively successful fast is hyper-focused on like a few things or even one thing. You look at Elon Musk, you know, you look at any of these highly successful people. So when I got that from Bob, I said, okay, so my brain has just been obsessed about mastering the business now. And then now we're starting to invest and start to diversify and stuff like that. But that's the number one thing, master it first because it pays the most.
So, which you bring me to another point, and then Andrew, I'm going to turn it back to you because I know you got some questions. But it's so big, and that's what this Sunday night calls or make it so special, because when you look at what you and Becky have done, like you had to have made a decision. Like every one of us on here, we've got to make a decision to go pro in this industry at some point. Like, and everybody, the decision comes from at different times, right? So maybe, would you say that time, like him talking to you, was when you went, you know what? Here's a very successful person that just said, dude, you can go pro here. Like you can go all in right here. And then you made that shift. How many months after that where you mentally went, okay, I'm going to lock in, I'm going to do this? How long did it take you to where you watched your income kind of over exceed your full-time job, if you will?
Totally. It's a really good question. This was, I think what a decision is you cut off other options, right? So that cut off my other options. And I said, I'm going to do this. And it was the following year that I was able to never work a job again. Actually, it was that next year. So whether that's quick or slow, every seed has its own gestation period, its own time period. But yeah, it was around a year after that.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Andrea, I know you've got a question.
I always have questions, but I was very busy typing up notes. I love it. I'm just going to have to go listen to the recording. So I love that every seed has its own gestation. It's very true. We all have a different race that we're running here. So that was phenomenal. So Coach kind of just set me up for my next question. So once you decided to go pro, right? So, you know, in the beginning, we're all kind of trying different things, that kind of thing. But once you decided to say, okay, this is going to be our career, this is what's going to provide for us, this is how we're going to create our wealth, or the first level of it, right? That you just talked about. What was your DMO? Like, what does James do every day that if somebody like me is looking to follow in your footsteps, what could I do to try to be more like you guys?
It's a good question. I'll give you my DMOs now because I'm in massive build mode now. Like when Coach Palmer, you said go gold, but I'm going to do it too. That's leading from the front. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm just like, this is the time to build. I'm pumped. This is like competitive time, you know? So I literally just put this together. And I trained it for the first time, I think, in the last couple of days. So 5 things to do every day in all of our businesses here. And this will apply for anyone. And it's not counter to anyone's system, I believe. Number 1 is to use and share our products every day. To use and share our products every single day. Okay. Drop a 3 in the chat if you've used some type of new age brand product today. Drop a 3 if you use some type of new age share product. You'd be surprised. And I see a lot of 3s in here. And that's why you're on the Sunday night coaching call as well too. I bet it's a lot of you guys, but you'd be surprised how many people actually don't make that a consistent thing. That is the bedrock of our business, and to make it a part of our lifestyle. Not just to use though, but to share it on maybe social media, to share it with a friend, to just be intentional, share it with your friend. You know, we were with our grandparents today. They live close to us, so Becky's side. And Becky's there and just normal talking. She's talking about the products. You know, my wife's the best product salesperson ever. She's so good at this, you know? So number 1 is that. Number 2, I would say, and especially in this day and age, and I know that this might be uncomfortable, but to post on social media every day. Post on social media every day, okay? And this could be your Instagram, this could be Facebook for most of us, I know. This could be your stories. If you use Facebook stories, Instagram stories, the more the better. In today's generation, we just got off a call. I don't know if Coach Palmer, did you happen to be on the last day of the 7-day recruiting challenge call today by chance? I know you're, okay. So the top people in the industry right now, me and Coach Palmer, we were talking about this before, right? Network marketing has transformed, and New Age is going to be the leading social selling company with that. And I'll be honest, social media, if we can be a little bit real with each other, it was my biggest fear. Okay, I'm not social. Like, I'm an introvert. You catch me on what I like to do on a Sunday is just watch a movie or read a book, or, you know, just be by myself. In social media, like Instagram, I remember I was making stories. I'm like, how do you do this thing? How do they make these tags? Like, it looks so fancy. It seems really overwhelming, but anything new is going to be overwhelming, right? But it's understanding, do what the successful people do, and you're going to make what they make. The most successful people in not just network marketing, but also in business, period, have a social media presence. It's just the way that it is. Even Robert Allen, who's 73 years old, has a social media presence, right? He just made it Instagram. I've been seeing him post a lot. So posting every single day about not just your product or your business, but about you. Every one of us here is our own brand, your values, your family, what interests you have, your business. So having some type of social media presence is important, and just have fun with that. Okay. Why do that? Because people, like what Becky just said, people buy from people that they know, like, and trust. And you know what I love about social now? If you want to go gold, if you want to be at that mastermind, I'm about you. If I saw that, I'd be like, I'm in, I'm going, like, let's go. There's going to be some golden nuggets dropped there. But the fastest way to get people to know, like, and trust you is social media. Because instead of back in the day, I'd have to go to Andrea and I have to call her. Hey, what's up? How are you? How are you? How are the kids? Blah, blah, blah. Now you can just post on social and 100 people have that same conversation at the same time. So much easier. Okay. So number 2 would be post on your social. Okay. Number 3, I'd say, is personal development. Personal development. Okay. Whether that's Jim Rohn, whether that's whoever your favorite personal development guru, whether that's reading a book, and it doesn't have to be a long time. It'd be 15 minutes, 30 minutes, something intentional. And the reason why is our business will never outgrow ourselves. Our business will never outgrow ourselves. And I'm sure this has been shared. I'm sure Coach Palmer, Andrea, you guys say this a lot, but I love this visual that network marketing is simply a compensation plan wrapped around personal development, right? It's like this incentivized personal growth thing, and it's fun, right? The more you grow, the more you earn. I'm like, yeah, let's go, right? So every day to focus on growing yourself the most, all right? And feel free to stop me at any time. I'm just like going through these 5 real quick. Number four is to attend events. And not just attend them, to grow them. Okay. This was a stat that shocked me. Okay. And this is how I'd be looking at the destination event. Did you know, and I'd love for you to type this number in the chat, for every one person that you have at a big event like the Destination Success event, it's equivalent to you earning $1,000 for that year. For every one person you have in an event, like a big event, like a conference like that, it's the equivalent of earning $1,000 a year. So I want you to think, all right, how much do you want to earn this next year? 100,000? That means 100 people. That'd be a goal. If you want to make 250,000, that's 250 people. That's a goal. But to attend and grow events consistently. So all the events that Andrea tossed out there, make as many as you can, of course. Every event is practice. Every event will grow you. Every event will sharpen you, but also have the intention of growing them too. I think sometimes we're really, really good at taking in a lot of information, being excited ourselves and being excited within our own community. But we have to kind of flow outside more than flow on the inside. We're already signed up. We're already packing. We're already really, really fired up. But we got to take this goodness and share it out there. Okay. And the last DMO is very simple, as Tim Sales so well trains all the time. Do the pipeline. Do the pipeline. Prospect every day, invite every single day, present or show a tool or presentation, follow up, right? Every single day. If we do these 5 things, I know that's what I do. And the way I came up with these, Andrea, was I was looking, we're in the middle of putting together everything. This last year has been a big, like, we uprooted our system, we implanted a new system. And we looked at everything that we did on a consistent basis. And I said, these are those 5, but those are mine.
Wow. All right. You know, I got a comment. So I love this because the industry, it's not that it's easy, but it can be very simple, and simple wins. If an 8-year-old can understand what Arlene Hutchinson is doing, she's got a duplicatable system that can be duplicated every day by anybody. And what you just said in those 5 steps is for all of us. You know, I mean, to go use and share our products every single day, that's easy. But sometimes the easiest things to do, you know, 10 push-ups a day can change your life. Why don't we all do them? I don't know, right? So posting to social media, personal development, attending events, doing a pipeline. I got to say this, James. I'm in a mastermind with some unique people from the industry. And there's a lady that's in her 70s. And here's her mentality. She's one of the top income earners in network marketing. She has a residual business that people would die to have. Like, I mean, it's unbelievable. And one of the things that she said is, I look and I just roll over the rock of people, like, because it goes back to Robert Allen's thing yesterday. I'm looking for the number 7. I'm looking to talk to the entrepreneur-minded person because they might be in their 20s. She's like, so many people get caught up with, I'm this age, and they're talking about this age group. And she's like, I just talk to everybody. And I roll over the rock, and that person, if they're a 7, if they're entrepreneur minded, they could be the next superstar in my business. And that's the way I look at it. I let the chips fall where they may once I roll over the rock and I have that conversation. But the daily method of operation, if we stick with these 5 that you just talked about, I mean, attending events, like the more meetings you attend, the more money you're going to make. That's a pretty simple formula. So the next time you're questioning, should I go or should I not? Ask yourself, are you going pro here? Like if you're going pro, then the answer is yes. It's just not, there's not a question. You're going to attend every event you can because your money's going to grow. And then doing the pipeline, I got to be in the presence of prospects. And you know, the last thing I want to add, James, and I see you doing it every day, because I get asked a lot, like, Brent, how do you do this? How do you do? And it's like, what we've all got to realize is the more value we put out in the universe, the more value is going to come back to us in spades. And we're all different. And God made us unique, and he made us where we got different values and skill sets. What is your value you can give to the world of social media, like to the world around you? Like find your value and add value. So many people in today's world wants money for an activity they do. But here's the thing, don't worry about the money. The money will come if the value's being added. And James, I see that with you. I see what you're doing. I see you on social media, and you're an ambassador of this value adding mechanism. But this daily method of operation, if we do this and we go to bed at night checking off the 5 things that you just laid out, we're going to have a successful 2022. So Andrew, I'll turn it back to you. That was powerful.
Very powerful. Thank you so much for that, James. And I'm going to ask you another good one. I hope it's a good one. So you kind of talked about the pipeline, right? Yep. And I think we've all seen it, but I'm hoping that you can share with us. So let's say I'm not involved in the company, right? And let's pretend I see one of the posts that you put out there on social media, and I go, what in the world are James and Becky doing? And I shoot you a little message, or maybe I'm old school. I pick up the phone and I reach out to you and say, what do you have to offer? Talk to me. Like, what steps are you walking people through to work to get them on board?
Absolutely. So I know everyone's system is going to be different in terms of details, but the pipeline's the same. So I like to keep it simple. So my invitation first, and I'm very, I think one thing we need to get good at is being more assertive and aggressive with our outreaches. My DMO with an invitation, meaning I actually am inviting someone new. I shoot for 20 new invitations a day right now. And I do that within an hour, actually. Like literally every morning. You can ask my team. I do it every morning. First thing in the morning, I do that. But my invitation is simple, actually. So I break it down to 5 simple steps. So feel free to use this if it helps, or use whatever systems that you have as well too. But I'll just define it real quick. But number 1, I like to diffuse the bomb. So, because I don't like waiting for people, right? If I see Andrea on my Facebook and I'm like, man, she's bubbly, she's good. And I want everyone right now to think about someone that you would love to have in your business. Who would you love to have in your business, right? But it's kind of random, right? Has anyone felt a little bit weird reaching out to someone? Drop a 2 in the chat if you've honestly felt that way. You're like, oh, what are they going to think about me? Oh, they're going to think I'm selling them. Oh, they're going to call this MLM, like all that type of stuff. The best thing to do is just address it out front. So what I'll do is I'll first diffuse the bomb, meaning I'll be like, hey, Andrea, whether it's on a call or message, I know this is a super random message. I know it's been forever, but I had something really exciting I want to share with you. Since you addressed it, they're like, oh, it is random, but I'm glad we're talking. All right. So number 1 is that. Number 2, I'm going to share with them. I'm going to edify a little bit about what it is I'm working on. I give a little bit of context. Okay. And I'll talk about, let's say it's the business. So I might say something like, I'm super pumped up. I'm partnered with this $500 million startup that you just heard Coach Palmer say. I'm partnered with this $500 million startup, and there's some things that just came out that just got me really, really pumped. Okay, so say a little bit something so they know it's legit. They know it's like something big, right? $500 million startup, they're going to think, what is that? Then I say to myself, well, what is it why am I excited about it personally? I want to make this personal. Okay, why am I excited? And I'm pumped because, I see where this company's going and I just feel grateful that we're ground floor. Maybe something like that. Share your personal reason. This can't be, it's a script only in the sense that there's a flow to it, but you don't make it a script, make it you, make it authentic, right? But if you look at all my pitches, they're all the same, pretty much. Number 4 key is, why did you think about them? Why did you think about them? And I think, Andrea, you are one of the most bubbly people that I've ever met. And I'm honest, like when we see Andrea, like she's so warm, she's so welcoming, she's just so cool, right? Such a servant leader. And I'm authentic about this. Be good at pointing out other people's strengths, and everyone has them. That's a secret. Everyone has them, right? And it'd be like, and because of that bubbliness, that's why I thought about you for this. And then finally, an invitation question is, if I, would you? If I, would you? If I can share with you some information on this project, would you be open to taking a look? If I could share with you a quick video that explains this further, would you be open to taking a look? Something as simple as that. And you'd be surprised, and I'll just tell you the stat that I'm getting is probably 20%, 1 of 5 people that see it will say yes. But if you do 20 of those, and it doesn't matter who it is, you could do this with anybody. I don't have to wait. If I know what's going on in their life, I could just go just like that. If that's 20 and it's 20%, 1 of 5, that's 4 people at least that will say yes to seeing a presentation. Then I'll show a presentation, I have a recording, and then I follow up. And that's it.
I was very busy making notes. That's phenomenal.
You just dropped nuggets all over this evening. Put a 1 in the comments if you didn't just gain something from this. Do you realize that this group of people on this call right now, if we set our minds to it and we went through this right here, this reach out, and we said we're going to do 20 a day, do you realize the explosion that would take place over the next 90 days in our business? Consistency is what it's what really creates the problem for most people in our industry that try to do this, but that was so, James, it was so simple, right? It's simple. It's those 10 push-ups a day. Yeah. Because here's the thing. I mean, I can leave an audio, like I can go to Messenger and leave an audio. I can go to WhatsApp, I can leave an audio. And I love the way you said, why did you think about them? It just made me think, because I get asked this all the time, like, Brent, you recruit a lot of people. How do you do it? And I'm sitting over there the other day and I'm eating in a restaurant, and there's this guy, and he's so super bubbly. Like now, I don't know about you, but I don't recruit the world because not everybody's real bubbly, right? So I'm like, I probably don't want to do business with them. But he was coming up, he was going above and beyond. And I just pulled him to the side. I wasn't even in my hometown. Like I didn't know this guy. And I said, listen, I know this might be super random, but like your attitude is infectious. And I'm looking for some people like locally right here to do some things with. Might not be of any interest to you, but I would love to get your number. I know I don't want that to be like super weird for you. And he's like, no, I'm always keeping my options open. Like he's telling this to me. He's like, I'm the general manager. I'm always keeping my options open. Let me get you my name and number. And yeah, absolutely. I'd love to know more about what you got going on. It was like a 30-second, but like you said, James, the connection was him. I was like, dude, you're special. I just, you've got a bubbly personality. And it's just, it feels good. It feels natural when you do it that way.
Yeah.
Right. And I have done things before where it didn't feel natural, you know, where I did feel like I was like what you think of when you think about somebody coming at you and pitching you on a network marketing thing. It's like, ooh, I feel like I need to take a shower after this. But this is natural and we can all do it. So thanks, James, for those nuggets.
Absolutely.
Well, that was phenomenal. I can't type fast enough, so I'm going to really have to go back and watch this so that I can get more notes. But I've got one last question, and you kind of touched on it in the beginning and kind of in the middle too, but you've talked a lot, like I've seen you talk over and over about mindset. So if you had any kind of closing tips to us for, well, gosh, I'm going to be real selfish here. Like I am a proud introvert, can be very, very shy. We all, and like you said, we all have to grow here. But what are some tips that you would say that we can implement just to grow our mindset so that we can be more successful here?
Absolutely. I think the first thing is understanding how important mindset is. It's not skill set. And I realized this because we had a downturn in our business. We lost 50% of our business in a year before. We ended up $100,000 in debt. It was horrible, heartbreaking, so many different things. And I remember trying to get back up again. And what happened was I had the skills. I could do presentations. I could do that invite. I could do all these different types of things. But when the mindset isn't there, it doesn't matter what the skill set is. And Bob Proctor says this, actually, if you guys follow Bob from The Secret and all these, he says that mindset is 95% of the game and 5% is skill set. So when I started to realize the priority of mindset, which is that whatever you think, whatever the mind can conceive and believe it can achieve, it is so important. So important. And you can hear it from Andrew, you can hear it from Coach Palmer. Their minds are just like, boom, vibrant, you know, and they're saying things that anyone can say. But if you know, number one, it's such a priority to protect the mind and you focus on that every day, then it's going to start to grow. But what are some things that we can do to grow the mindset? Number one, pick a goal that you really, really, really want. Babe, can I have my card actually over there? And I'm just telling you what Bob Proctor taught us. We're in a course with him. Pick one goal that you want. Put it on a card or something you can see. Make it simple. Something you really, 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 really want. Okay? And make it something where you don't even know how to get it yet. Something you really want, but it challenges you. Like you're scared about it, right? You're like, how am I going to get that? It's got to be something that gets this emotion out of you. That's really, really exciting because the subconscious mind only works with emotion. It doesn't work with logic. So you got to challenge yourself. You know, the hardest goal I've set in my life, Andrea, was one enrollment a week. That's a hard challenge because it's so boring. It's like, there's just that. I want something exciting. I want something challenging. Maybe for some of us here, that's going gold. Not even by February, I think it was 4th or 5th is a deadline. I do it within the end of the month. You know, I do. Some of us is like, I do it in a week. Set something that would make you more and help you stretch. So set a goal that you absolutely focus on, number one. Okay. And every single day, look at your goal as much as you can. Okay. Look at your goal as much as you can. That is the setting of the mind. Number two is fill your mind with as much positive things every single day too. So I'm always, if you're around me, I only listen to worship music or personal development. That's it. If I'm in the gym, I'm listening to audios. I don't listen to anything else because I know the mind is so important. I work out a Jim Rohn and his voice, you know, but It's so key to fill the mind with that. Also, of course, attending these events are a very, very big key as well too, because you're around this type of energy, you know. I just feel, don't you guys just feel more happy being around Andrea and Coach Palmer? Like I just feel like smiling more, you know. And I think the last thing I would say is find like a mentor, find an accountability partner, find someone that you can really just be real with, because we each need other people in our lives. We're all going to have our weak points all the time. I give up many times in the course of a day, but I need someone to check me. For me, that's Becky. That could be your friend, your business partner, your mentor, whoever that it is. And just keep on focusing on what it is you want and keep on moving in that direction.
Wow. James, what a pleasure. Guys, this was so much wisdom in this. And you're right, James. Mindset is it's 95, probably more. It's at least 95% of this whole thing. And I love what you said about goal. Set a goal. Because specifically in this industry, you got to compete with yourself, right? You got to compete with yourself. And for some of us, for some of you, you know, it might have been months before you've put somebody in the business. Listen, just go do it and see how you feel. Like hitting those keyboard strokes and actually enrolling a customer or a brand partner, it changes you. You walk. I don't care what I've done in the industry. When I'm enrolling someone and I know that I took somebody through the pipeline, I know that I did what I needed to do, James. Like I'm stoked. It's a win. I feel like I won a game, right? And so that's so huge. But getting that mind right as you get up in the morning and staying consistent with that mindset throughout the day is massive for the industry. Andrea, I know I'm gonna turn it back to you. James, I can't thank you enough for the nuggets, for the wisdom you gave tonight. And I'm sitting here. I wish I could show you I've wrote notes all over it tonight. So thank you for that.
An honor.
That was phenomenal. Thank you so much, James. I can't thank you enough.
Can I give a challenge to the group? Are you guys okay with that?
Absolutely.
Okay. Hey, drop a 1 in the chat if you're down for a challenge. If you like challenges, right? You're a little bit open to getting a little bit stretched here. All right. It won't be that scary. Don't worry. Okay. I appreciate you guys. You guys, I don't even know what it is, but let's go. That means you're growth minded, you know, and that's why you're here on a Sunday night. I want to give a 24-hour challenge. All right. And Brent and Andrea, I'd love to kind of see what happens with the group with this one. And I'll give you 3 levels you can choose from. You can choose your level. Okay. I'll give the starter challenge, a medium one, and then a higher one. In the course of one day. Okay. And this deals with that new business ask. And if you want to use that flow that I gave you, you can definitely do that. The first level will be this: 5 new business invitations. 5 new business invitations. Okay. Coach Palmer, is that okay? If I do like moving this? Okay, cool. All right. 5 new business invitations. Okay. Someone part-time, you can do this. If you really focus on it, it'll take you 30 minutes maximum. It might take a little bit to kind of get your verbiage together, check it with your upline, but just shooting them out. This could be a message, this could be a text, this could be a call, this could be a voice memo, whatever it is that you like to do. Okay. A personal message though. Dang. There we go. Even Marie, first one. Second level is 20 within 24 hours. 20 new business asks within 24 hours. And I only give you things that I would do myself. I literally do 20 at least every single day. That's in my personal DMO. But for the superstar, for the person that wants to change their life, for the person that says, I want to be one of the first, man, my mindset is this, like I'm competitive and I hope everyone here is as well too. When when you guys threw out that gold mastermind, I said, I'm going to be the first, right? Like that's how I'd be thinking. I'm going to be the first, And I won't ask who wants to be the first because maybe I'm showing your hand or something, but the person that gives the first, like this is probably what you might want to do. 50 new business invitations in a day. 50 new business. Now that might sound crazy for you. Okay. But I'm going to tell you this, when you get in your rhythm, it's not, and when you're focused, I can do 50 business invitations in maybe 2 to 3 hours, which is a part-time work that can change your life for forever. Like it is absolutely possible. So you can pick 5, 20, or 50, pick your challenge. It's to each their own. They're all amazing. But what I'd love for you, if you're down for this, is pick your number, drop it in the chat, 5, 20, or 50. I'd love to see what challenge, and this is more so for you to affirm it to yourself. Dang, look at that, 50, 5, 20, 50. Man, which one, and pick the one that makes sense for you. 20, 25, going a little bit more, 5, 50, 20, 20, 50. My goodness, 5, 50.
James, you set us on, listen, you've set us on fire tonight. And this is, here's what's so exciting is we hold our own destiny. Like if we do that in the chats, if you do that in the chats that you say, we can all go, man, we're in a $500 million company, man, this thing's going to be like rocking in 3 years, like expanding all over the world. Like, how do I get my piece of the pie? That's how you get your piece of the pie. Like, you don't have to leave it up to your spouse. You don't have to leave it up to your brother or it doesn't matter what your uncle says. That is your piece of the pie. Like, it's your business ass. Like, just because, like Robert Allen said yesterday, James, and you've alluded to it, you're looking, if 1 out of 7 people is an entrepreneur, like you're just rolling over the rock, right? And then bam, there's your 1. Rolling over the rock, bam, there's your 2. So how many rocks can you roll over? And can you imagine how good we get at this business invitation? James, 24-hour challenge. I'm in.
Awesome.
I'm in. I'm down.
Is there a way to track it? Like, do you guys maybe give a post in your group or something? Do you want them? I want to see it, actually. I want to see
I tell you what, let's do New Age Nation. If you're not on New Age Nation Facebook group, let's track it. Let's talk about it. Let's maybe you shoot a live and go, hey, this happened to me. This didn't happen to me. Like, hey, I've got one. I just enrolled one. I didn't enroll a brand partner, but I got a customer. I mean, let's talk about it. Let's chat it up. Who's down? James says, what? 1 in the comment, James? How about some fire in the comments, right? 1 fire. Let's. This is the energy we got. And James, I want to say this again. And Andrew, if you've got anything to add, and I'll close this out tonight. Thank you so much, James, for your partnership, for you being an ambassador. This is what people like yourself is why this company is going to go through the stratosphere, is because you got the heart for helping people, and birds of a feather flock together, and we will attract more and more and more of those type leaders to this company because of you and Becky. And thank you for that.
Thank you. It's an incredible honor. Incredible honor.
Guys, I want to tell you as we end tonight, I and Andrea, thanks for putting this together. Anything you want to add? Okay. Here's the thing. We're sitting at such a special moment in time. And so many times when you're sitting at that place, you can overthink the moment. You can overthink the moment. You can have a to-do list a mile long and never get around to the main thing. What you got taught tonight, I promise you with every fiber in me, that is the main thing. If you want to know what that thing is to go drive this business home, you got it tonight. You really, truly got it tonight. This 24-hour challenge, you want to go pro, You want to get good at mastering a business invitation, a business ask? You want to get people through a pipeline? Like, go all in on the 24 challenge. Anybody can put it in the comments, but then the doers will take over. Be a doer. Be a doer. My prayer for all of us is that we go get our piece of the pie. That really, truly is my prayer, is that we go get our piece of the pie in this company that's going to the top of this industry, that's going to change lives, it's going to make a paradigm shift. But what piece of the pie are you going to get? Doesn't matter your age, doesn't matter your race. Matters about your heart, matters about your desire. Let's go get it. You were put here to thrive, not to survive. Let's go thrive. James, Becky, thank you. Andrea Rosser, thank you for your leadership. Guys, we love you and we are super grateful for you. Have a great week.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank you so
Awesome,
much.
Paul.
Thank you.
so
Thank you.
much.
Thank you,
Bye.
James. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Great call.